guys, what's going on? YouTube world. So here I am with another video. A little bit different this time. I'm out here in Ohio, y'all have to pardon me sniffing a little bit. It's a little cold. I'm in the Columbus area. Today was actually really nice. It was about, I would say I got about 40 degrees. But now it's about 5:15 and it's starting to get a little cold. So what I wanted to do, I had a whole video worked up earlier, but it was just like every other video, you know, in the middle of the day, not a whole lot going on, not a lot of wind, a lot of light. So what I decided to do is come out here a little bit, Roscoe's barking in the background, a little bit lower light. Just wanted to talk about this new gun I've got. And when I say new, I picked it up about 3 weeks ago. Especially what we got here is the Ruger Precision Rimfire. I picked it up in 22. I know they have a 22 mag out now and 17, which is really cool. But I'm glad I got this one in 22 because I have about 4,000 rounds of 22, and who doesn't want another 22? And the glass I got on top of this bad boy is a Vortext Diamondback Tactical. It's the 4-16 by 44, and I went ahead and got the first focal plane model. It's got the EBR2C reticle in minutes. Hi, buddy. This is my shooting buddy, Roscoe. He's going blind. Not blind. He's going deaf. You are? He's going deaf. So what I'm hoping is I can get enough subscribers and views out there that I can get a suppressor, so it's not as hard as on old Roscoe. Come on, guys, help me out a little bit. Don't help me out, help Roscoe out. Get out of here. I'm talking. Anyway, he's my shooting buddy. He's a good dog. He's 5 now. He really is going deaf. Anyway, got the first focal plane in the EBR2C reticle, and I really like it. One of the main reasons why I decided to go with that is because my big gun, my 308, has it's a Razor Gen 2, and it's got the EBR2C reticle. And when I say trainer, come out here and shoot targets in my backyard, but it is nice having the same optic and same reticle, but it's nice. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about this gun here. Talk about my likes and dislikes, and I'm going to shoot a couple for you. I had a whole thing planned out. I had my GoPro out there, and I decided to scrap all that and just talk about it. I mean, you guys can watch YouTube videos all day long about people shooting these and people shooting that, but I just don't feel like that's a real review. My likes about this rifle is the ergonomics is really comfy. All the adjustments on the stock for the cheek rest and length of pull, all that, it's great. It's awesome. I've found adjustments that are really comfy for me. Another thing that I really like about this gun is the trigger is really, really similar to the AccuTrigger that's in my big gun. It has a little more creep than the AccuTrigger, but the brake's really similar. I have them adjusted down to about the same poundage. I don't have a trigger pull scale, but for your avid shooter, I think they're really close. Another thing I like about this gun is it's heavy. It's just, the barrel's really thick. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be when I bought this rifle. You know, out of the box, you pick it up, and it's like, your first impression of this gun is like, wow, this is heavy. Dislikes. It has a failure to eject all types of rounds. I would say 1 in every 10. And my previous videos, like I said, I scrapped it. I was getting one probably every other 8th round. That's just one thing to keep in mind. That's really my only gripe, is it just a couple times has a failure to eject. So what I'm doing now, it's low light. I've got this scope out here. I got Roscoe, my shooting buddy. I've got an 8-inch gong out at 300 yards. And I've put this rifle through probably 1,400 rounds since I've got it in 3 weeks. And I just really love shooting it. I've spent a lot of time behind this gun, and it's a shooter. I haven't put a lot of expensive ammo through it. You know, you got the guys out there that are like, oh, well, it shoots this at 50 yards, blah, 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 blah. That's great. That's boring, you know. If I want to go out shooting 50 yards, just, who wants to do that? Let's stretch it out. So I got a target out there. The ammo that I'm using today, some cheap stuff. It's like a Gila. I don't know. I have a bunch of it, but honestly, it shoots fairly okay at 300 yards. So what I'm gonna do now is I think I got 6 in here, and this is cold bore. And like I said, it's cold out here. It's probably about 30 degrees or so. I was out shooting earlier. So we'll put 6 rounds through this and see how many hits we can get on that 8-inch gong out there at 300 yards. It's getting pretty dark now. Good thing about evening shooting is there's not a lot of wind. Wind really pushes us 22 rounds pretty far, you know, when you're stretching out the distance. So let's just go see it. See what we can get here. And Roscoe's standing right here. He's out of frame. You can't see him, but like I said, he's going deaf. Literally deaf. Help me out. Give me some subs, views, so I can get a suppressor. Sparrow, maybe. Alright, let's see what we got here. And I don't know if you guys will be able to hear these hits, because 300 yards is a far piece for 22. It's about 3 seconds for a flight time, but we'll see. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. The first round was a miss. The second round was hit. Let's send another one. Hit. I told you he was sitting right there. A hit. 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 That was it. So like I said, this gun, it's surprisingly accurate. I mean, the confidence I have behind this gun to go out to 300 yards and cold bore shoot an 8-inch gong is, I mean, can't find that anyplace else. I have a buddy of mine who has a CZ trainer, 455 I think is the model, and it's probably a little bit more accurate than this. I've never spent any time behind it, but I know what those guys are getting out of those guns. But those are big money guns. You're looking at $1,000, or what are they, $800 for just a 22 rifle, and to me that's absurd. So I've got about $350 in the rifle itself, and then I've got about another $350 in the scope. But like I said, that's because I decided to go ahead and go with a first focal plane scope. But so 6 rounds, cold bore, at 300 yards on an 8-inch gong, 5 out of 6, and I'll take that any day. I've got smaller. Usually I can bust clay birds, and they're about 4 inches or so, but it's fun. What are you gonna do? My overall opinion of this rifle is it's just a blast. I don't have a full-size Ruger precision rifle, and I know that's the main reason why a lot of people buy these, is so they can train on them. It's very similar trigger pull, scope, so on and so forth to mine, but I just bought it because I like shooting 22s. It's fun and it looks cool. I mean, I'm out here shooting targets in my backyard. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, anything you want to know, just hit me up in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm starting to put out more videos because I got that time off because the government shut down. But Anyway, love to hear from you guys. Appreciate the support and the likes and the subs. And I know Roscoe's really hoping that we get enough money to buy a suppressor so he doesn't go any more deaf. But anyway, thanks guys.